For Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Noders, come on in. Clear your minds, relax, sit down, grab something to drink. All you have to do is listen, take what resonates with you and your situations, and leave the rest for someone else watching. This is a general reading for my collective. So just know that not every single word out of my mouth is going to pertain to you. It's impossible. I've already called in everybody's spirit guides, angels, ancestors, the higher galacts, the ascended masters. Everybody's here with me today. So really, we just want spirit to show us what we need to see. I hope everybody's having a good morning, good afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this. Stalker. Oh, great. Somebody's a stalker. Are you being stalked, or is somebody you know stalking someone? Are you stalking someone? Somebody's a stalker. They're watching. Show me. Okay. I take the one on the bottom when I get a bunch like that. So the first one that hits the table. Jerk. Wow. Somebody's a jerk. Alrighty. The stalker, more than likely, whoever this is. Oh, please go down here. Show me 3 more of these. Real estate. Something about that is crowning you for the month. Okay. Somebody's stalking, watching, being a jerk. Something about real estate. 2 more, please. Somebody thinking about buying a home or a business or selling, maybe. Long hair. Something about that. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Okay? Shout out to the people that can read the cards backwards. I can't change it. It's a YouTube thing. When I do lives or anybody, that's the way it is. We can't change it. It's up to YouTube. You know, we can do what we can, but journey. Someone's going on a journey. Life is a journey, right? Something's a journey. Maybe you're planning a trip, or somebody. Somebody's stalking. Somebody's a jerk. Something about real estate. Long hair and a journey. Okay. Now I'm going to take a few of these for the vibe, and then we'll get into my tarot. Hello, everybody popping in and out. Good to see you. Show me what I need to see. Lake and depth. Could this be emotional? My nose is itchy. It's been itching a lot lately. The depth of the lake, the deep emotions, something's stalking. Someone's stalking. Somebody's watching. Mountains. Somebody could live on a mountain, be from the mountain regions, whatever, but it's about clarity and jerk. I can't make it up. Hi, everybody. Yeah, this is going to be in your present, right? This is going to be like what you're dealing with. We could have mountains to climb here with this jerk. Somebody's in too deep. I just heard. It doesn't mean everybody, right? Show me. Oops. All right. These go back. That goes back. We have breath and life. Yeah. That's pretty cool. This is over long hair, by the way, in real estate, whatever that means. It may mean nothing. It may just mean that you need to enjoy life more, right? Start working on your breathing, right? Deep inhales through the nose, fill the belly with air. Hold it for a moment or two and then release slowly. And the more we do this, the better, right? It's not just for meditation. It's for just grounding and being present, right? Something about that. Fire and ignition. Journey. Someone has a passion, a lot of fire, piss and vinegar, something like that. Somebody's going on a journey, or they're on a journey. We're going to find out. I have a new deck here, Nicola Sicoli. First one out. This is a Page of Swords reversed. Stalker, they need to stop stalking. They need to stop watching, or whatever that is. Also, I'm getting, like they maybe just don't know. Or something. How do they not know if they're stalking? I don't know why I'm getting that. If you're watching somebody, you know you're watching somebody. What about this jerk? What about this jerk? Who's a jerk? Alright, I got 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords down, and Temperance. Somebody's an Earth Angel here. Somebody's an Earth Angel. Somebody's chosen. Could you be chosen? Somebody's part of the 144. That's the Hope, Fear, Challenge, and Homework. This person could have long hair. People need to breathe. Hold on, I have card down. 9 of Pentacles, yeah. Abundance, journey, fire, ignition. This is abundance. Somebody's very abundant. Yeah, five of Pentacles here. They're this jerk that's being represented, right? Whatever that is to you. It's really disappointing. There's loss there. There's sadness and grief. You know, things could feel kind of ominous and empty. You know, maybe this jerk is empty. I don't know how I got that, but I did. 5 of Swords down. Can't attack this person. Can't abuse them. Can't be cruel or whatever, or we want it to stop. Real estate right over it. Okay. And then here we have the Earth Angel card. Temperance. Somebody's a chosen one. Patient, kind, healed, or healing. Right? It's a journey to heal. You can start right now. Just start right now. Just start, you know, watching things that interest you. Start opening your you know, mind. You know what I mean? And then we have the abundance here. So I like it. There is a lot of abundance around you. Somebody has a lot of fire. Somebody is this jerk, I feel, whoever or whatever, very well could have like anger management issues or childlike anger management, like they're being a child or something. We have the Knight of Clubs down. Yeah, they don't like these messages, or you don't like their messages. This stalker. You don't like what they're, you know, I feel like it has to come to a stop. This watching, this, you know, things are deep. People are in too deep. Or something. Superpowers here. Use your superpowers, Capricorn. Strength, bravery, courage, right? Somebody's strong. There's clarity coming, or it's about clarity. Maybe you're coming into the clarity of this jerk, Capricorn. All right, show me. 2 of Clubs down. No plans or change of plans. Can't be cruel. No plans to be cruel. Okay, that could be too. Real estate is right over this. That's dead center in the reading, by the way, or it will be by the time I'm done. I think this is the Queen of Swords reversed. Very bitter, angry, hostile, negative. This jerk. Yep, that's right here. This is the Hope, Fear, Challenge, and Homework. You want them to heal. They need to slow down. Start with breathing, right? When you get upset, start breathing. Breathe in. Be cool, right? Be cool. That's the Hope, Fear, Challenge, and Homework anyway. 4 Cups. Yeah, everybody's really thinking about this. There's a lot of deep thought here. Queen of Swords. Didn't I just have Queen? This must be the King. Sorry, I'm just getting used to this deck. Alright, this is the King. This is the Queen. So I was right, yeah. Something is about truth, but I think the stalker... Thinking of writing letters or messages. They don't like these messages, but they're thinking of writing something, possibly very deep and emotional, possibly, or hard because it's emotional, maybe. Now we have the King of Cups reversed, very hateful, happiness hater. They don't want people to be in their happiness. That's sad. Who doesn't want people to be happy? Why? Why don't you? It's just like stupid. Somebody's got some strength here. Being strong is, you know, I feel like this could be abuse here with the 5 swords being highlighted. You know, mental abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse. You know, there's all kinds. It's not just child trafficking and sexual and all of that, you know. I have Ace of Pentacles down, and then I have the Sun down. Okay, the Sun is the Sun. It's still good, but there is some sort of shade going on, like they refuse to see the sun or something. The exposure of it. Somebody has long hair, right? Very bitter, trying to heal out of all this. Ace of Pentacles down. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. They don't want an opportunity. They don't want to start something new or something. Change of plans. I feel like they wanted to be cruel to this person and they can't be anymore, and they're stalking and watching, and I don't know, I'm getting a really creepy vibe out of that. Somebody's energy is really creepy. Definitely not a North Noder. Now we have Queen of Rods here. That's, or King of Wands. Yeah, somebody could be like a boss or a leader, possibly taking action. Masculine though. It looks feminine on this card. I'm feeling masculine. Kings generally are in a masculine form. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But look at the dragon kind of breathing heavy, if this will focus, on that little guy down there. You know? That little, I get this thing with the Wizard of Oz and the narcissistic tendencies with the mental health issues. In Oz, when we get behind the grand illusion, it's this little itty bitty narcissist pulling the strings after all. You know, playing mind games, power, control, all of it, right? I'm not feeling like that's a very good King of Wands there, but somebody's on a journey. Somebody's got some fire and piss vinegar under their belt. This is all about self-love or new love or whatever that is to you. Somebody's going on a journey. Fill your own cup of love, Capricorn. Fill your own. That's what I'm feeling. There's 7 people being represented here with 6 kids. Or something. Yeah, fill your own cup. Make yourself happy, right? Do what you need to do. Spiritual baths, cleansing baths, protection, healing, meditation. Okay, show me. I just switched decks. We're going to get a little deeper here. Get some clarification and validation. Somebody has some strength, but it is about you being strong. So I hope this is you. You know, you are going through some sort of a loss because of this jerk, is what I feel. Somebody is very hateful, very emotionally not stable. Let's just put it that way. They're not really emotionally stable, this jerk. Show me. Yeah. This could be like PTSD, CPTSDs, you know, bad memories, traumas, tribulations, things that have happened through time, through the family, right? Yeah, people were very aggressive, very dominating, or what? Nine of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Somebody is exhausted. They're just in a loss, you know, maybe a loss for words. This jerk, you know, whoever it is, yeah, no passion there. No passion, sorry to say. Can't be cruel. Something about real estate. All right. The death cards here. Somebody changed. Somebody transformed. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Endings, you know. Whoops. It's right under long hair. Somebody healed and changed. They moved on, you know. Somebody with long hair. I feel like somebody... Excuse me. My nose is itchy. Usually that happens when I'm making sense to somebody. But let's see here. Death card is it's like a... Somebody could be metamorphosizing into like a new person, you know, through this healing, you know, or something like that. They've completely changed or something. Well, that's the hope, fear, challenge, homework. Seven of Cups. The Grand Illusion. I was just talking about the Grand Illusion. Wizard of Oz. It's not as it seems, Capricorn. There is abundance here in a big way with this illusion. It's a journey. Something's a journey. Somebody's got some fire. They're igniting something under somebody's belt, is what I feel. That could also be possibly for some of you like spells. Seven of Cups. Curses, hexes, or something. Eight of Swords down. Queen of Wands. Didn't I just have the Queen of Wands? Yep. Ding, 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 ding. Already. Knight of Pentacles, dead center in the reading. Very slow moving. I feel like people have had a lot of time. Some people out there have had a lot of time to make things right. And they haven't. They just sat on their ass. They haven't done anything, you know? Lying. No clarity. Confusion. Right? Very hateful. Nobody's taken action over these lies. They need to. They need to heal. If you have to admit it, only to yourselves. Right? It is what it is. You know? Get to the present of it, whoever this is. I feel like it's a very stubborn energy. Somebody's blown up and showed up. They have power. Look at all that fire that Queen of Wands is, you know, like they're glowing up and showing up. Very, very strong and brave over this jerk. You know? Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. Planting seeds for the future, coming in slowly. Dead center. They don't want to reflect. There's some change of plans here. But they're coming in. Or something like that. They have no passion for it. They're a big fat liar. Of course, narcissists are liars. All of them. Right? They're being dwindled. This is why narcissism is being highlighted in the world so much. They're being highlighted because they're being wiped out, is what it is. It's a long, slow process of it, and it's very hurtful and painful and all of that. But it's happening. The old world is dying, and the new world is being birthed. And during the transition of it all, there's a lot of things that are changing this planet, and those North Noders out there are the ones doing it. Empaths, spiritualists, people with light. I don't care if, what religion, creed, color, whatever. Knight of Wands, these messages need to stop, right? Journey. Somebody's on a journey. Somebody's in deep thought. They don't like them. But it's bringing healing. Somebody's a healer. Somebody's a chosen one. Somebody's part of the 144. I'm part of the 144. I'm chosen. I admit it. And it's been a fucking journey, let me tell you. Chosen ones go through the most. Iokas and, empaths. Usually. The weaker ones, they feel like, when it happens, but when those weaker people that are being abused and shut down and kept down and whatever, once they rise, the other one falls. It's immediate. You got to take your power back and give them no attention, no communicate. You're done. If you live with this person, there's the door. See you later. Sayonara. Don't let it hit you in the ass. People are at a crossroads decision right now with things. I got one extra card. Okay. The Hierophant, the one who's a spiritual leader, a teacher, right? Could be about marriage as well. Higher lived-in contracts, like live-in partners or something. Somebody's trying to teach somebody. Stalker right over it. Yeah. Somebody's watching. Somebody's trying to speak the truth, right? This Hierophant is trying to speak the truth, and somebody's watching. I like it. They're watching. At least they're being open-minded, right? They're at a crossroads decision. There's happiness hater, whoever that is, right? Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles down. Plant the seeds out of things that were not. Okay. Starting again. But the Ace is down, so that's... This child is trying to plant seeds, I think. Pages generally are children. Doesn't matter how old. They're somebody's child, right? Real estate right over it. Knight of Pentacles right dead center. Planting seeds for the future. Ten of Cups. Happy home. Happy, happy, happy. Right? That's what this is. And then we have the sun down. There is shade around the happy home. Somebody has long hair. Somebody's a big fat liar. They need to take accountability and responsibility. The end. Period. Yeah. There's no love here. No love. It's a journey. Narcissists don't know how to love. They can say it. They can act it. They're really, really, really good at acting. Right? Narcissists. Very good. They got that diamond smile. Dangle carrots in front of you or something like that. Promising you the world. And then they turn around and they treat you like shit. Or they gaslight you. Or now you're the scapegoat kind of thing. Yeah. There's no love there. This person is very reckless. Very, very unhealed. This is the second Temperance card. They don't like this Earth Angel. The chosen one. Ding, 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 ding. Too bad, so sad. High Priestess. The chosen one. Thank you, Spirit, for validating. The one who is connected. We have the Hierophant and the High Priestess here. Could be a divine counterpart. I also have the Two of Wands here, so it could be a twin flame thing, which is a very difficult journey, right? Twin flames are not there to make your life easy. I don't know a whole lot about twin flame stuff. I don't get into that kind of, but sometimes a little bit, yeah. This person does have higher knowledge, though, ancient knowledge, right? I feel like this person has a lot of strength. All right, we're going to switch decks and get a little more information and validation and all. Hi, everybody, popping in and out. King of Wands, again. Ding, 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 yeah. Taking charge. Somebody's an entrepreneur or self-employed, maybe. Taking action. Somebody's watching. Somebody's stalking. It's very deep. They're in too deep, is what I feel. They're in too deep. Yeah, they have mountains to climb. This jerk could live on a mountain or be from the mountains or something like that. This card, oh, right here. Okay. So, yeah, somebody took charge over the bad memories, the bad nostalgia, there's my nose again. Yeah, it has to do with a union. Friend, family, foe, doesn't matter. This jerk, you know, you may love this jerk. I don't know. It's going to be different for everybody and where you are in the story. It's very disappointing, however. There's a lot of loss there. There's grief and sadness. There's like an empty feeling, maybe. Yeah, I feel like this narcissist blew it. For them, for you, for everybody. Whatever that means. Ah! Damn! My cat just spilled my water. Hold on 1 second. Sorry to do this to you. Thankfully, I have a towel right here. My cats have to drink out of my cup of water for some reason. They don't want their water, they want mine. But then they tip it, and then every time. Anyway, we'll get back to this. Sorry. Kids, you know? My cats are my kids. They're both rescues. Anywho, show me what I need to say. What is with my nose? Itchy today. That is so weird. The sun. Upright. Ding, 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 ding. Very cool. Very cool. I like it. This is a really good card. This is Trump, right? Good relationships, happy times, you know, good things to celebrate, something about real estate. This could also be exposure. Okay, so there's a lot to that card. There's illumination, coming into illumination of these things that are happening. Okay, this is why the teacher's here, trying to show the way, I think. You know, this high priestess. 7 of Pentacles. Look at the blood that he's drawing from the tree. You know, he's working on the garden, and then he's kind of killing it at the same time. So whatever that's about. Long hair, right over it. Somebody needs to work on their breathing. Just breathe. Just breathe, right? Queen of Swords down. Again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Whew. This person is hateful. It's a journey. Very, very, very bitter. A bitter energy is not a good energy to be in. Very, very low vibes. South Node vibes is what I'm getting. So if you're not on your spiritual path, I may be talking about you. You may be the one. It's going to be different for everybody. Yeah, it's about the home, all right. Somebody's stalking someone's home. There's clarity. It's clear. Yeah. They don't like what's going on or the messages going on. They're very, very unhealed. They don't want to even look at themselves in the mirror and see what they've done in the past. They're ignoring it or denying it. You know, they're very against the person that is healed. You know, somebody's taking charge. They're strong. And look, lies, stealing, cheating, betrayal, mental health issues, all day long. Real estate right over this. The sun is shining hard. There's exposure there. People are finding out about the real estate thing, about the lies or something. 3 of Wands down. Yeah, there's really no life force there. You look at her belly, how it's attached to the wands, kinda, right? There's like no life force. There's no drive. We have the Ace of Wands down. There's no passion, no drive. You don't like this person. Long hair, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. What they've created. They've spilled blood. And they're hostile. They're mad that they spilled blood. Well, breathe. You know, there's always time to start healing. Always ask for forgiveness. I don't care if it's on your last breath. You know, just be right. Get right with God. This is the time. Look at all those tsunami warnings. I was watching it last night as it unfolded, and it was a lot worse when I was watching it last night because the threat of it was huge at the time. Thankfully, it was really not much of anything, but whatever. Yeah, the wide world web. Closure, moving on. Change chapters. This is very karmatic. It's about crossing T's and dotting the I's, making the finalities of whatever it is, tying it up and being done with it and moving forward once and for all. Somebody's very bitter about that. Why do you have to be mad at somebody that's doing good? Why? What is that? What is that? Anybody can do it. They can do it. You can do it. What's to be angry about here? You know, people need to really put themselves into check and you know, really they're thinking, oh, all right, that's good. But, you know, it's the change that needs to happen. Queen of Cups. This is the sweetheart card. Somebody's stalking the Queen of Cups. The intuitive one. The dreamy, nice person one. You know, the one who's caring and nurturing or whatever, you know. Then we have King of Swords and the Hierophant. The truth is the truth. This Queen of Cups is looking at the past. Could this queen be the mom or a grandma or Oma? But they have to look forward, not the past, right? Focus on forward movement. King of Pentacles. We got a lot of kings and queens on the table here. We're talking about a lot of people here. Possibly a couple couples or a few couples or whatever that is. But, you know, with the Seven of Swords next to this King of Pentacles, oh yeah, stubborn. I ain't moving. Ruthless. Yeah, greedy. It's mine. It's all mine. You can't have it. It's mine. You know? Whatever that is. Arrogant. Very narcissistic. Could be sociopathic for some of you. I hate to say it. Page of Swords, spying. Yeah. You think? Look, the spyglass. Yeah? Spying. This is also gossiping. Somebody's watching you. Or watching somebody. Where is this? Right here. But I also get like an investigative energy with this. So yeah, they could be watching, but they're investigating the lies. Somebody's investigating these lies. This illumination that's happening, the exposure of it all. You know, things are good, however, because the sun is strong, like I was saying. So it's here to heal. Sun is healing, right? We need sun and water to survive, right? Everything on the planet. Plants, animals, people, bugs. Two more. And 3 aces of cups reversed. Wow. 3. Ding, 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 ding. There is no love here. My nose itching right now is crazy. There's no love. They're not watering their own garden. They've caused a lot of damage. They want everything to stop, but I don't see them doing anything about it. It doesn't work that way. You got to do something about it. We all need to take responsibility of our own selves, you know? One more. Show me. Thank you. Ace of Wands down. No passion. They don't want this beginning. There's no excitement. There's no nothing. It's just, you know, things have closed. It's about closure. It's about being able to move on. Something about the wide world web. Yeah, somebody's powerful. They have the advantage. Could be very defensive too. There could be a lot of people's defenses are high in this situation, maybe. You know, so be mindful of that. We don't want to be too defensive. All right, I'm going to give you one of my Forest Elf cards. This is another new deck of mine. Woo, all right, I guess that's the one I'm going to take. The Petals Journey. All right, well, we got Journey here, and now we have another Journey card. Understanding the beauty of transformation and rebirth. Understanding how your life can change when you actually cry it out or relieve the guilt or whatever that is to you, right? That's a nice card for that. All right, I'm going to give you another one here. The stages of the metamorphosis, you know, when the caterpillar goes into the cocoon to be a butterfly and he's in that chrysalis, it is not fun. You know, it's painful. There's a lot of stuff that caterpillar has to go through to become the butterfly. You know what I mean? It's like, it's painful, but if I can do it, you can do it. You know, and that's the truth. The Lady of Lightning, number 35. Surprises, sometimes shock, and a total paradigm shift. This is like the Tower card. There is a total shift about, right? So check it out. I'm going to read it to you. You can flip and flop this as well, should you need to. 35. Okay. As an ally, the Lady of Lightning brings powerful forces of change in your life. She tells you to expect a sudden shift in your circumstances. Perhaps a situation you weren't anticipating arises and offers you an opportunity of a lifetime. Or a series of aha moments culminates in a pivotal flash of insight, causing everything to change just like that. Maybe someone enters your life and pushes you to new heights. You may have a brilliant idea that hits you like lightning, like an epiphany. Be prepared, change is imminent, and a total paradigm shift is upon you. Don't resist the changes, as this kind of lightning isn't something you want to fight. Great things are happening when the Lady of Lightning appears. I feel a miracle. I feel a miracle for some of you. Either way, it's going to be a complete shift, right? But I feel some of you, there's going to be a miracle. I heard it loud and clear. All right, I'm going to use my Grandma's deck. Come on, Grandma, come through for us. What do you got for us here for Capricorn? Come on, Grandma. Talk to me. All right, first one out was a letter. Somebody's thinking of writing a letter, right? Or something, some kind of news, some kind of communication. Anger. Yeah, somebody has an anger management issue. They need to, it's like very childlike. They need to get over it and deal with it. Very reckless, right? Very impatient. Like they're always bitching in traffic, or they're always bitching in line at the store. They're always bitching. You know? That kind of shit. They need to get it together. Those people need to, period. It's immature, man. Taking it out on everybody else and not dealing with, what the fuck? These people could be like, 60, 70, 80 years old, and they're still acting like a goddamn spoiled brat. That's what narcissists are. Spoiled brats. Sorry to say, it's true. 10 of Hearts. Bouquets of flowers and an absolute indication of a long and happy life. If children are near, extraordinary honors and fame. 10 of Hearts. 10 of Cups. The home. Yeah. That's a good card. I like it. This jerk, has freaking anger management issues, and they need to keep it together. They need to deal with it. They need to deal with their own shit. Get out of everybody else's garden. Fucking figure out your own. You know? God. Like pulling teeth. That's what I hear. King of Diamonds. The letter is a good sign of good tidings. Yeah. Indicates unexpected good fortune. Look, we got letter here. We got letter here. Definitely trying to communicate something, right? This is the lady whose fortune is to be told. Now, if you're not the lady, it could be them. Whatever, however. It's about the female. More than likely with long hair. Okay. All right. Capricorn, these are your messages, man. This jerk needs to get it together. You need to get away from him, period. I'm sorry to say, I'm really not for people to break up and separate and divorce and all that, but sometimes, yes. Yes, it is necessary, and it depends on everyone in their situations, because not everybody needs to get divorced. Maybe they need to just stop the relationship with this jerk, However that works for you. I don't know how that's going to work for you, but, that's what I got. These people need to, what the fuck? I don't know. People... Anyway, be cool, man. Be kind. Be patient. And please just be a good human. Amen to that, sister. Or brother. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.